Yes, and we are back. Welcome to the TeamViza TV interview series, season 5, episode 11. I'll be hosting the Visa Boy. We respect the sponsors for making this project possible. We respect the Stadium Cafe, Amiri Clothing, Lala Closet, the Royal Family Vision of Companies, Inner Standard Entertainment, Hacking Graphic Designs, Geo Designs, and the best pizza in Southside, Shemalicious Pizza. Special guest in the building, come all the way from San Fernando. Online comedian, this gentleman full of content. But tonight, you're going to remind of Jemel entertainer. Let's go to the TeamViza TV interview series, season 5, episode 11. Jemel,
I did, but man, look at how come off I'm playing on there. TeamViza, we out there. We out there.
Right, like. What do you feel like?
Hold on, look back.
Rah!
Nice.
Pause this music. Nice to see you, please.
Niceness in
Well, first of all, I want to say welcome to TeamViza TV interview series,
Nice
season
to
5,
be here.
episode 11. I'll be your host tonight, alongside my co-host, Mama Visa, and the Red Boss.
You red boss?
Red Boss. Let's
Oh, the Red Boss.
Yeah, start this formality yourself.
Nice.
I want to miss you out now. So you see,
I did, man.
what your mood is like right now?
My mood is just happy to be in the land and the living, happy that, Jesus is Lord. Why I just ecstatic because I a man, come from a hard life and no one at all. Voice, shout out a voice, nice life, Nice life.
The most nice life.
Yeah.
Alright. So you drive through John South?
Well,
Deep South?
the amount of pothole I dodged, what I tell you, you have to be risking your life now and just driving all this crazy tiny road. You can swear we now, where's this place with the war right there? Ukraine? You can swear it's Trinidad crane with all them potholes in the road, But,
True.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, talk to them with the shower works, man.
One
Talk to them,
and
man. So I'm a sister, and the shower works, tell them to do something.
Please, I'm begging all of my tires, please, all your help out here now. It's 404 BMW rims are trying that thing, Help me out, please.
This interview gonna be very, very, very interesting.
Have to be.
So Jemel, as I say, we're on TeamViza TV. To start off the ball, can you tell TeamViza TV a little about yourself?
A little about myself. Well, my eyes are open book. Let me tell you where Jemel Entertainer started from. Bring out the candles, light up the, bring out make a tent, right? I started from a humble beginnings as a fella, a little guy in Marbella, right? A little guy in Marbella. I was always the kind of funny, spunky guy, right? But during
That one?
Yeah. I always had this personality about me. Once, let me tell you, once my mother let me loose in a wake, and everybody was bored, somebody dead device thing, and I just started, I didn't take around on none, but I just see these people and with our vibes, and as a 10-year-old, I started talking in front of these people and cracking joke and thing, and everybody was like, whose son is that? Like, that boy have a calling upon his life, and my mother was there, and she was like, yeah, I think about sending them best village, I never went there, mommy, you never sent me, And I always had this passion for making people laugh, As a man, I went to school, I played the fool. I was a class clown, I had no shame in that. I was a successful class clown now, right? I was a class clown, didn't get no subjects in school, I come on that bad boy with nothing. I bust the envelope and my mother, I was like, yeah, girl, you send me to school, nothing. But look at it, mommy, I make it. Right? I really come from absolutely none, and boy, like, I just an average. I was always tell people that I just an average guy who learn how to market what God give me. Understand that the only difference with me, I learn to market what God give me. And that is me in a nutshell, just an average, happy-go-lucky, spunky guy.
That's what Jemel is, You can't TeamViza TV, but it's so long trying to hook in.
Yes, I know.
You're finally here.
Bills.
As I mentioned, because like I'm family oriented, I'm more thinking about the kids. I want to your family background. Right? You have like siblings?
Yeah, one brother, one sister actually. My brother 1 year younger than me, and my sister 4 years older than me. Yeah, it's 33. Just in case all they wanted to know.
Is what?
33.
Sure.
Yeah. It's just all the milk in my face, you know. I don't smoke the stuff, you know. My partner get hard yet. I'm working on it, okay? you know.
Jemel. Family background, right? Support.
Yeah.
How was it, Jemel?
Oh, all right, Mom Saban. One I had to try on, I need the boss skill, right? So when I first started this, everybody kind of was like, especially my family, right? Where it stemmed from is like, there was like, I quit my job to do this, right? I take risk. The next thing I want to let you know, in order to achieve anything in life, you have to take risk. Take it from a guy who did that. And when I was working actually scaffolding construction, right? And thank you so much. I was working at construction, and I was just like, yo, I kind of like unhappy, you know. I building all this scaffolding in the hot sun, and one of my brethren, he kept nudging me to thing, and I took the risk. I quit my job, and when I did that, now I remember the day. I remember the day I tell my mother, hey, mommy, I quit my job. And the words she tell me, the words. I remember it, 6 years later, I remember it. She said, you quitting your scaffolding work to go and do shit videos? You're dotish. That is what the woman tell me. And then hot man, what she had a fright neck because she just cussed. And I say, yes, mommy, yes. I'm living in your house, but I'm quitting to do what I love doing. And you know, she had no other choice but to support what I'm doing, right? And I took the risk and I did it, and you know, I remember the day. CNC3, you know, I did the video when the speed gun had come out. I didn't feel me all ever get a ticket, but that speed gun did come out, and I did that video and it went viral, and CNC3 covered me. And when the reporter came, and I was like, well, who is young bomb? And when she come outside, remember that, mommy? When the reporter come outside, I was like, yes, this is my son. This is my son. And I love him, and I love what he does do, and you know, yes, that happened. So you know, I want all you to know in the comment section, just keep going. You know, sometimes it's only when you reach a point where people seeing you achieving your goals that is when they're going to hop on. So keep going. I always want to deliver a message and things, but you know, keep going. Yeah.
No, TeamViza want to go. Here we go. TeamViza TV is a project going to be created to go into the archives of all this, right, into your life.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't go back to Jemel into like schooling days. You're coming up. If you can remember from preschool, primary school, you know what I mean? Walk with you the journey at Jemel. What preschool did you attend, Mata?
I can't remember that. I was fully danced. I can't remember. My mother sent me some woman who she didn't know, like just she friend now. Right. And she's like, yeah, take the boy and teach him now. I don't know who is, like it was just one of those, but I remember I went Marble Annika, that's the primary school I went. I can remember up to date. Everything before that, fully dance. Don't know what I'm telling you, I don't know where I went preschool.
Marble Annika.
But that's why I went for man. What year you start in them primary school and them? First, yeah, right. From there to standard 5, I was there.
Let me give it from my
Marble Annika, all your both entertainer.
Who was the best teacher in Marble Annika?
None of them, the beat man. All of the teachers, all the beat man, they're like, none of them. I remember the legs, you know.
Are you coming up the road? The junior or the senior?
Junior sec, you know, same thing. I made confidential. Thank you, Pande. You know, I sleep through that whole thing. I didn't know. I just sleep.
What's the pass for?
I passed out Williamville first, right? I'm definitely had junior sec and senior sec, right? So I went Williamville junior sec first, right? But not because I passed that, because Pande was in power that year, and he was like, everybody passed it. I was like, hey! I passed, right? So I went there, and then I went Marbella senior comprehensive after for the 3 years. So 2 years in one school, 3 years in
the schools on them.
Yeah, big up the schools on them. Yes.
This is TeamViza TV, and we recognize that they've been putting in a lot of work. Through the years, because you're not doing this just last year or year before. Nah. In the pandemic when you're boring, and you just feel this, you know what I mean? So, when I get your flowers now, like face to face, you want to wait till they reach to that place and listen to Jemel was real funny, we missing them. That's so, that for myself, and TeamViza TV, stuff everybody want to say, continue with the great work that they're doing.
Thank you very much, man.
Keep pushing for the stars. I see the only Grammys sometime.
Hopefully, but
They will whisper them laughing.
Them people that want certain parts of your soul, and I ain't ashamed to say that. I see the background, so whether out there, I say, but as long as basically my purpose of doing this is to honestly bless people like who I come into. Like, I don't need the gratification and international and thing, as much as it would be nice, because Trinidad people has called it the whole Atunji effect, right? When they see you on an international platform, that's when they just want to grab you up and claim you, right? So even what I have achieved thus far, I am still grateful to God that when I walk the road, somebody could point at that little boy from Marble who who grew up on a corner talking mess and say, boy, like Jemel entertain. I'm still grateful for that.
The first time I saw you on that 2 eyes, right? We get this story. I went to apply for my son with paper. And I saw you passing. And from the
paper office?
Yeah.
I was probably walking somewhere just doing some manners.
Early in the morning, if I remember, yeah.
Most likely I was just doing something crazy. I don't know what about me, like sometimes
I was like, there's your way. Then before I doing what I'm doing here right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of this. Right now I'm a star boy.
Well, yeah, you're up there now. Welcome to the ranks, you know.
So Jemel, I want to go into the first time Jemel pick up a camera. Was it with a phone or?
No. It was actually with a cyber shot my mom just had lying around. My mother just had taken the cover the interfere with. And I saw this thing in the corner there. And she was always telling me, don't touch them thing, don't touch them thing. Or when they tell me don't touch it, I'm going to touch it. So I go on and I pick it up and I started fondling with it and these kind of things. And then when I press a button, hey, beep, beep. And I realized, yeah, just this horrible pixel, and I barely see myself. And I realized when I press the button and I press it again, I could see what I just do. So what I did was my brain immediately went into Denzel Washington mode. And it had this ceramic in the house. I remember I saw it, but it was this guy. He is a grandmother sewing, but he doing a handstand by she cross. So he legs sew and he by the table. So if this was his table, he 2 legs sew. And I see that and I put the camera and just a ceramic thing in them house with your grandmother. She was also something in the corner and I put the ceramic down and I put the camera and I started talking. I press the button and I said, Granny, oh gosh, please, Granny, that hurts and you're going to sew my balls. You're going to sew my balls. And I showed it to my friend and them died with laugh, but they took the song drop from it and uploaded some of the song drop and send it to each other phone. Back then it was BBM and thing. Yeah. And I in class and it had a part where I was saying hush your, well back then I used to swear, I don't swear no more, and I said hush your mouth, and Granny's well telling the boy all kind of madness. And when the teacher would talk, you would hear Granny say hush your in mouth, and I say, in the classroom. So, that was the first ever time. That was before YouTube and thing, right? All the kiddies wouldn't know about that, all the TikTokers, right? That was before that time. That was the first time something in my life ever went viral. Just me picking up the camera the first time and then, yeah. But that was a nice experience. Thank you so much.
You're in front of plenty cameras right now?
Yeah. You know how the thing does go. I'm comfortable in front of it now.
Yeah? You mentioned the word TikTokers. Would you consider yourself in that same category?
Not really, but the game honestly changed. In TikTok, the barrier to entry is very low. If there's a female, just own what God give you and wear tights. That's it. Views like rain. And I'm telling you, and I just be watching like, yo, I see now here, I just write
a TikTok legend. He was on TikTok.
That thing, I used to have to pray before I open that app because like the algorithm does literally show you like what they think you're interested in. So when I wake up in front there is these females and them like, hi, meow meow. Shh. I'm like, hey girl, like me see my prayers, yet you up here in the camera. Right? So I like the app because I learned so much from it honestly. But the barrier to entry very low for something like that. So I tell people if you have a business, definitely open my TikTok. Just upload.
TikTok bad media there.
If me too, I go and tell another story. I go and play stupid on that app. And I as a guy, right? So they just give you tips. I don't custom game tips, I ain't walking in a bar, me doing nothing. I'm not a stripper. So when I see one of my brethren, I say, shout out to Dylan Mia, he have a credit card and he just had to donate. So I see the donations coming in. So I said, hey, look mommy, let me game something and I play like I am girl and them and him and Jemel, let me get you something now from time I do so I have no do this. I pull on the thing, the whole screen gone white. The Chinese man say, hey, you want to play that? Screen gone white, you get banned. I banned from going live.
Yeah. TikTok banned man all too. I was like, why TikTok banned man?
For cleavage.
I was like, wow. No, I posted a video around Valentine's time. I'll give you a joke the other day. Valentine's time. Valentine is coming. Valentine. So I think our video I saw that was very interesting, but it was explicit too.
Yeah.
And I put it on TikTok with the song
Valentine's is coming.
Valentine's coming.
Yeah.
After that,
that is it.
Since Valentine's Day, I see TikTok after that.
No, them Chinese don't play. You cross them, that is a boss throat, you know. That's how the thing does go.
Jemel, I want to step down from the online comedy, right? I want to go to the days of the street lights, water hustle. My question to you is, what drive you to actually do this?
Like with the water hustle?
Yeah, with the water, yeah.
Well, boy, let me tell you that story. Let me tell you that I know, right? As a person, my whole life, I always like working for people. Even from primary school, when holiday time come around, I would go by granny's catering service, wash wares. I was always that type of guy, right? Not to jump wall and thing, I was looking for it. So after being employed for so long now, I do all kind of work work grocery, you know, wash wares, when Canada pick pitch, I do all that.
Canada pick pitch?
Yeah, I went out there, white man. I will tell you about that. So after doing all these jobs, I was like, yo, I fed up work for people, but I want to know where to wake up and work for yourself, self-employment.
Right.
So I was just like, okay, see what I could possibly do, and I had this one guy doing the water hustle, and I asked him, I said, but roughly you can make anywhere from 200 and up a day once you're willing to work. So I said, but here the real scene, I gotta take the risk. I took my pay, which was 1,500, right around there I used to make a week doing the scaffolding, and I tell my boss, hey, the real scene, I done so there, meet me by the light. Meet me by the light. And I quit my job and I go out there now. People didn't know who I was, luckily, because of the videos I used to do prior, because I used to do videos and quit, right? And being out there, I don't know what I was doing. I don't even know how to. Yeah, only water. I don't know how to say that. I shy. It's just like water. You know. And people would think, and then I learned like what does make a bad day. The rain. When rain fall, I'm very sorry. You know, water boy. Time to go home. You can stand up there and boil water till Jesus come back. Then people ain't buying. They're not buying. You know. And I did that for a good while, and it always had the ups and downs because like sometimes people just I tell you these Trinidadians all they have bad mind and all that. All by the lights and I could see all the sweating and all the water. But all they wouldn't buy. You know. So that's how I ended up quitting because of the frustration. I tell you, so I was working my golf mall, right on the road from the golf mall, and I watched them and doing a BMW and asking me why the water price so high. $5. I was driving a BMW, man, I'm belting with the water. I'm being there with it. You know, so that's why I ended up quitting that because I sometimes walking up and down and nothing. You know, but it was a really good experience and it gave me, you know what to do? It gave me a taste of self-employment. That is what it do. It gave me a taste of that. And from that, I'm going back.
You're going back? So I love your energy. Okay, I want to see. You see this lesson scene here? It passed guests from since last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From season 1 come up, we have random. Yes, yeah, right? But I love your energy.
Thank you so
know what
much.
I mean? And I wanna I want you to elaborate more on self-employment. Away from the comedy side of it. You know what I mean? Like how important it is you feel someone should like go into being like the old boss then, as we just call it.
Alright, well, that is not a problem, Starboy. Listen to me. The average millionaire have 7 sources of income. This coming from an average guy, right? No kind of subjects on them back and that, but I start understanding what rich people do. People don't understand that success is a formula. It have a formula. Just like how Marshall could say, alright, I've been dancing with Calypso Rose or DJ Khaled. He understands have a formula for making hits. You understand? So with me, I started dabbling in various different things, right? And what I started realizing is that rich people value the time more than these pieces of paper that all are we running down. You understand? They value the time more. So what they just do is they just make investments that other people's time being invested when I make the financial investment, right? Their time being invested and I actually reaping the benefits of what I invest in. So in doing so, I was like, yo, like how I could do that on a smaller scale. So simple as the water cooler. I actually did make an ad for somebody to like running for me, right? That was an investment I already made. You running it for me, and all I taking is a little $50 a day, right? And at the end of the week, I would collect well over $200. I'm doing absolutely nothing for something that was in the corner in my room, you understand? So with me, I started just understanding it have plenty things that us as average people could do, right? That could bring in income for us on autopilot. You just have to have the sense to know what to invest in and willing to take the risk. And that right there is what people don't like to take. Big man think people don't like to take risks. Everybody just be like, you know, any school system teach you that, yeah, train all these years out of your life and get these little pieces of paper called subjects and your life going to be fine. And the amount of people, I have a degree in electrical engineering, watch me, I shall come in the hand.
And then too, if you go back to the biblical days, right? The Bible speak about, your gift will make room for you.
Exactly.
Not education. No way in the Bible to speak about education.
It's true.
It speak about your gift will make room for you. But I realize you're real business oriented. So beside the online comedy and so forth, what business Jemel into?
Well, boy, as a man, I always looking for brand new opportunities. Let me give you one, right? One day I was on Maracas, and I sat down there on the beach and I bored. I was like, hey, that girl over there, I can't get shit. I blank one time, right? The lolly and them, by all means, are not feeling for that, and that bacon shack, I real sorry, you'll have to come down from there with that price. I can't afford it. So I sit down there and I was like, yo, I want to have fun. Like, why don't have nothing in the water other than them wave and them that has been beating me up for me to do? And I sit down and, you know, the bells started going up over in my head. I was like, why are I waiting on somebody to bring something for me to pay for? Why I don't bring it and get the money?
Wow.
And from that, I sit down and I went home and I started Googling. And I found this thing called a water trampoline. I remember the day I see it and I see the price tag. It was like about 8,000 TT for it now. I paused, so I don't have 8,000 TT. But I said, Jemel, I'm not gonna let that stop me. So you understand when the mindset come in. And I said, boy, I go in and borrow that money, right? And I go in and order that thing and make back that money. And luckily it was right around August. Time was coming up back then, right? And I bring it in, and boy, from the time I hit that water with that, it had people that was a little skeptical and thing, but you know, treating from the time they see 2 people, 3 people, you know, bandwagon, everybody coming. And I made back that money, and I was really proud that why, as everybody on the show, Lolly Man, the fellow who sell the beads, everybody fighting up. I was the only vendor in the water. You understand?
In the water.
In the water. And that was a very successful business for me, you know? So,
you think out of the box?
Out of the box, and that's what I'll always be doing. You understand?
They call it Einstein vision. They call it Einstein vision.
Well, I had to unlock all that Einstein vision.
Oh God. Plenty of them don't understand that.
No. That is one thing with me, but you see, taking risks, I just realized the worst thing you could do is like you had that, sometimes the Lord is to be putting someone in your spirit and they itching you, and you constantly ignoring it. Why? Because you're scared, and that spirit of fear. I tell people, get rid of that. Better, it's okay to fail. It's okay to fail. I learned that from Denzel Washington. It's okay to fail forward. I learned that. So with me, I just be like, all right, when you have a failure, I learn what just not to do. You understand? So there's nothing wrong in failing.
I just the other day, Orlando speak about that the other day. Tell keep going viral.
Yeah, I saw it.
It's nothing to fail, you know what I mean?
I saw it.
Every day, good thing will be sweet.
99 times.
Yes.
But the one time.
You fail to get up, brother.
And that's it. The school system, the teacher, when they get the answer wrong, you're bad, you know, your marks and all these things. People don't understand this. As a society, we are being programmed. And me who rich dad, poor dad, I tell you, I mean, a maths class adding A and B. That didn't do that for me. I tell you, and I never used that yet. You understand? When I started learning about investing and things that I interested in, that is when I started being like, yo, I like that, you understand? So I said, people follow your passion, no matter what, no matter how much money you make. If you could wake up every day and feel fulfilled from that thing that you're doing, by all means, you have a blessing by you. You understand?
Jemel, now we need to your world now, eh?
Yeah.
Do you see that drink now?
No problem.
They play some music and get a little mic now. What is? Nice and chilling.
Wet boss. What's that? I know.
female friend, man.
Oh, right. Well, then by all means. If you get a name from a female, things have to be real good.
Female friend.
I mean, you're big and you have sense. You're big and you have sense.
A female friend gave him that name. Wet boss. The first time I heard it, I was like, what? Wet boss. And sticking with it there. No, you can't call nothing else. You better there.
No. By all means, claim it. Claim it.
Jemel, some of the advantage and disadvantage you face on the internet. I want to go into this aspect here. Now, this can be very sensitive.
I don't mind.
Because I have plenty of subjects I can speak on. Right? But we follow my lead.
Yeah.
Right? So, TeamViza would like to find out some of the advantage and disadvantage you face on the internet.
Alright, so the advantage is definitely the opportunities. Like, people don't understand this thing called the internet. It could make you or it could break you.
Facts.
Because the attention that be coming at you is a good thing, but it's like how is if you're ready to handle that, and even when you get the negativity, how you could cope with it and send it back at them as positivity, which is something I learned to do, right? So
flip, send back. Are you get
exactly with
I'm
me?
just saying that.
Exactly.
Yeah, are you get catch it back?
With me, I honestly learned to develop a tough skin. Because when I did come on the internet, right? And you know, you started to get the fame and these kind of things. It can either make your ego go through the roof when you don't know how to come down from there, right? Or you could take it as and understand this is an opportunity that I have here right now. You understand that could change the scope of my life, and that is what I try to do. So I took the positives out of it, and that is how I've stayed who I am to this day, because I never forget the guy who I was before. Right. I can easily lose myself in the views and the people, what is called it? The gratification, right? I had to learn from that, the social gratification, but I didn't. And on the negative side now, yeah. Oh gosh, boy. You just get so much negative. I remember that time I went through depression, boy, that during the COVID lockdown. What?
I worry it.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but the negative part of it had the
I feel some paper before I come
No. I just say it had people like you would do sometimes the best thing, boy, and it will always have somebody with that one comment that would like be choking it like a knife, and it's just feeling like you want to cuss them up, but Max going to come by your house and say it in Facebook jail. So it would always have negativity no matter what you do. No matter what you do, and what I learn also is that, so in the back of a maxi is that success breeds enemies. You understand? I saw that and I was like, yo, no matter what I do, as long as people see me here at first and then they see me here after, they'll go in and have a problem with it. And I had to learn to honestly mentally deal with that, right? Your mental frame, you have to be working on that every day, because people don't understand, like when somebody watching you, right? I lost $10,000 with that. I didn't know at the time I had to add now, man. I got $10,000 and I'm going in the envelope and I watch now. Yes, I get $10,000. Plus, after I do that, all of a sudden that 10,000 just grow fit and disappear. I didn't know money had that feature. That 10,000, and I didn't know while that live was going on, it had I think 400 or 500 people on the live, and it probably has somebody watching what you have $10,000 and that, and be heavy in my dog, and I didn't know about things like that. You understand? So I learned to honestly some things to put out there, and I want to learn that too. Some things to put out there, and something do so. Hush your mouth, enjoy your blessing in silence. Don't let nobody know. You understand? So I had to learn to do that. Negative people and that.
No, as I hear speaking about the scene, what she he feels which we go, you know, so. But it doesn't see the story.
No.
The hard work you put in.
No, they don't see the struggle. They
That's
don't see the struggle.
Yeah. They're trying to fight me to the Simo Rocky with the scatter the one fight there. That's what I'm saying. But it's work. As my mom know, he will know. These two individuals I could vouch for. The normal story.
Yeah.
You understand? This is like doing here, I never had an idea how I end up doing this.
Oh, okay.
So I always feel like it's God's work, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like with your purpose, you understand what I'm saying? Go through trials and tribulations, certain things. At some point in time, you will get it right.
You will get it right eventually.
If you didn't know me back then, to now, you would have said, it's a miracle. Yeah.
You still get people that thing?
Man.
Yeah, we pause here. I can do something. Hey, I'm looking for you. Don't come for me. Come here.
Don't that's serious thing.
Oh, okay.
So when I say that's lose your purpose in life now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. And it take a little fall back.
Mm-hmm.
In order for you to really catch yourself.
That is true.
That's what I'm saying.
That is true.
And as I was speaking about depression,
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back into that. How did you deal with this depression?
Well, boy, to be honest with
Was
you.
it social media that caused this depression?
No, it was
like,
that guy in red. I almost call him name as that guy in red, and the whole lockdown vibe now, boy. You know, what did happen was like, my life was running smooth, everything, and when they do that, when they just cut your income and expect your bills and them to get paid, it is just feel like a kick in your financial leg and your leg break up and things. So on the ground there and 3 months when I tell you I broke until I can't buy a ramen. I broke until I can't buy a ramen.
You have some money, yeah. You have some money,
and going through that and sometimes your family come here. So when the money for the internet, so where you want me to do barrage? Where you want Maury Street? Where you want me to do? You understand? And all that going on, and by all your brain has been telling you, and I had to thank the Lord and the Lord in my life, because I telling you, it had a bottle black substance in the corner there, and the devil is real. The devil is real. I hear voices, and just go and drink it. Just go and drink it. You all they go miss you, they go vex the tell. I hear that clear as
John,
day.
listen, what's happening? We're saying here now, right? No, I don't want to be comedic like that word, comedic that word.
No, that's just how I is. I
No,
be talking about
it's 2022, so everything is that word right now. But what's saying is, right? That is real life story.
real life. I telling you about
Because
it.
I don't want if you wasn't to see it and feel like he just jokes and he just
No, all yeah. This how I just tell everything. I tell I lost $10,000 and just saw what's going on, right? I telling you, I depressed. I inside that room and no money ain't making. I can't do nothing and they keep. You see when you're in a quiet space and people keep coming and doing something and disrupting your mental peace, boy. I telling you, all kinds of things just run through your mind. And if you don't have God to say, hey, be calm. It's only for a time. Stay calm. Stay calm. You would have act out on it. I telling you, a big man thing, and it's the closest people to you sometimes that treating you like that. I wish that somebody I could have moved out at that point in time, because I'm telling you, a big man thing, I was being treated like an outcast, you understand, because of finances, these pieces of paper, and all I'm telling you, your brain is just be telling you to get rid of the problem, remove yourself from the earth, and if it wasn't for God, I would have followed through on that. But I said, boy, everything is for a time, and I just say after the storm is the calm, you understand, and I got through it. But when I tell you that low point in your life, I literally went through that, and it did not nobody really I could have turned to. I tried to my fans, but then I tell you toxicity on the internet. I said, Jemel, you need to talk to somebody, because that's what they're saying. They come at the night when they're at 3 o'clock in the morning when the voices come in, talk to somebody. I go on live and I telling them about all the things what going on me in the comment section. Well, kill yourself, it have orange flavor that Amazon too, and them telling me in the comment section, I trying to plead with people on the internet, and them telling me kill myself, and I was like, nah boy, I just turned to God, and that's what I did. I went down on my knees, and I really started just letting him know how I go through, and that's how I get through that, you understand? I went on my knees, and I started letting him know, and I started, she says, Jemel, you're talented, you're blessed, make videos about where you're going through, and then videos up there, and sometimes go back and watch and say, you see, boy, if it was weak-minded, you wouldn't be here to tell that story right now to somebody going through it, boy. You know? Yeah.
Let's see, Visa TV, and we like to address certain situations here. So we like to send a message to the ones who was really hating.
At a point in time, all you had to know how to read between the lines, and sometimes to know when to joke and when not to joke, because I personally was at one of the lowest points in my life, and it felt like even with the people who you confide in, you was kicked down. So even right now on your WhatsApp, you see that person will be macking you all the time when you post, right? You know, they might be going through something, and to mend that whole situation, sometimes just swallow your own pride, reach out to them, and always give positivity, guys. Even when you know you're supposed to be, you know, you're feeling in your spirit to be, you know, the immature person, right? Just bite the bullet and always be, if anything had happened, let us say, yo, that person always show me love. I didn't like it, you know, but you always show me love. Always be able to say that. Yeah.
Jemel, you reach enough?
Yeah.
This is Jemel, right here.
This is
No, you reach.
Did you read me? What else is it called me? Excited, you don't know how it's actually educated.
Come to Jemel, let's start drinking now.
Lord, I have one more there.
That was little slip on the way though.
You won't read something to me, but I guess I can.
Listen up. This is nothing.
Oh, that's funny. So my wife doing or something.
sit down here alongside Mama Visa. The whole world don't know. The whole world don't know who Mama Visa is.
Look at that.
England, America, Japan, Dubai, Croatia, France.
All them places are reaching?
No, they don't know who Mama Visa.
Oh, okay.
And then she passed me, and that's like, wow.
Look at that.
Mama Visa, pick up yourself. Mama Visa, pick up yourself. I walk over here, and I'm new to the business and so forth. But as I say, you don't forget where you started off, right?
Nah, never.
Never. Jemel, what question I want to ask you, right? What message will Jemel today send in Jemel 10 years ago?
What message would you Them friend and them boy, don't study them. You see friend boy? You see friend?
Come on.
You see friend? Friends will lead you and don't take your back. And there's a true statement from my grandmother, rest his soul. You understand? Is it true? Believe it or not, I started this whole journey with a group of friends, right? A group of friends. Now, everybody career has had that one stumbling block in it, right? Chris Brown one was it Tins Rihanna, some hard hand, right? We named Charlie Sheen one. No, I just say, everybody know that like public news. Charlie Sheen one was, you know, he had the
Bye-bye.
He had the bye-bye. He had the bye-bye and his bacchanal, right? My own was, prior to me being famous, something I used to message real girl online. I talk about, if you was sweet, I was in your inbox, right? And boom, when I get famous now, it had like all these, it had a post where with me and this one female follow. You know them girl and them, she made a post, boom.
That I was commentating, but as it go ahead.
Yeah, it blew up, and then it had like in the comment section, it had the females from the past where they would be like, yes, he, and he messaged me now. None of these females and them could have never say, Jemel send me the bygone and he tell me show he the peach and all kind of thing. Never nothing like this. It just was mostly along the lines of oh, he holler at men, and I didn't know when you're famous, you can holler at people. I didn't know that I had to learn that lesson. Boom. But when that happened now, the friends and them that I had, instead of coming and ask me a question about the situation, they immediately just distance themselves from me without asking a question. It's like from the first side of any tribulation, ready to bust out like that. You understand? And then we had one shout out to Max. Max was the only one that stayed with me.
That's right. You believe. That's even simple questions. Because I wanted to ask you, do you want Max?
Yeah.
Because that is why I know you, Max, Keen, all of them.
Yeah.
Blue Soap Power, the Blue Soap.
The song, yeah. You can still ask them, you know, there's not a problem. Right now using the Eminem theory on there, better I jump on before you ask them questions at them. And I mean, being for me, so better I jump on.
It might
theory. So, if it's one thing I tell me, like, honestly, when it happened, I felt kind of like them fellas, they're like my brothers now, boy. And to just for the first time in your life, you felt so alone that because I did, you know, it's called it backlash, right? But the first time in your career, you're getting backlash, and it's all these people in the comment section, people are telling you all kind of thing, telling you he's a rapist. Sounds like, wait, hold up, I made a message, girl, me rape nobody, you know. It's had people coming at you so much, and you know Trini, so I know the I was calling it Trini mindset. They just shut down everything for 2 weeks, and they go past, and then everything go back to normal, and that's what I decided to do, and everything did return to normal. But I forever have in my mind now that, you know, within this whole thing, I know really after riches and all this sort of thing, but you see, and Bungie Gang, and they make a video about it where you talk about friends. You know, about friends and the people, you know,
story and the run
right, that thing, but I tell you, it cuffed me, Bungie Gang, and me too thing, that thing cuffed me in my face, it hit me hard, and I watched that and I was like, yo, that is true, boy, you understand? And I live my life by that, so that is one thing I would think, and Jemel, like, he passed me, don't talk your business, because what has happened is this, you would say something, like, whether it be to somebody who work with you, or very close to you, and when all they depart, man, that thing like a knife in the hand, and they would go, and they would twist it, they would put twists on it, and they're like, he emotional, he gay, he this, he that.
In fact.
I would literally learn to kind of like hush my mouth with some of my thing, because the friend of your, what is the enemy?
Enemy of your enemy is your friend. Right,
that saying right there, I had to learn that the hard way, because everything I would tell this person when me and them was good, they would literally go over to our next party when we kind of separate. No vex thing, but just to know that is human nature, that is what people just do. I was like,
only your friends know your secrets. So only
you can reveal
always
it.
can reveal it.
Yes.
And who the?
They can't get this out. I pay big money for this on Amazon and they're not getting this.
Sure,
That's what I
man.
would tell my past self, yeah.
I'll make you laugh now, man.
I laugh the whole time.
Fuck man, did it?
Hey, that must say it. Copyright. Copyright.
That's copyright?
No, boy, I play my copyright. You always the free play band and copyrighting that, you know. That's mine. That is mine.
You know, you don't see this. You know, my.
Nice small thing, like what now, man.
We fuck on anything. Who's that?
Okay, so I don't like being like anybody else. Anything my hands touch, I don't want it to be easily replicated or anything like that, right? So fat nanny thing does not have anything to do with the female genitalia, right? Professor Mel here, right? It does not have anything to do with that. It's just my version of big man thing. Because big man thing is like when you're in a conversation with your friend and you say big man thing, right? You want to let him know it's a serious thing, right?
Oh.
So I was like, yo, I can't just be out here saying big man thing, that ain't mine, like somebody else on, right? So I was like, fat nanny thing, right? And I come up with that, not with anything, just like when I say it, it's like it will grab your attention. And plenty of people ask me that question, so you see it working.
So when
You
you come
understand?
right
I don't know. I don't know. I never put it on a t-shirt, nothing like that.
But all this slang all in.
I know, and it's mine. That one is mine. 100% mine. But you know,
If they come on TV tonight and see somebody teach you right, a fat nanny thing.
me and he fighting one time, syrup bottle, everything.
But not copyright.
It's not copyright, but that is mine, so the boy know what you're doing, come up with your own thing, go to the Lord and pray, don't interfere with fact anything. That goes all the way to Don't interfere with that.
Jemel, in terms of content, right, which video would you say is your best up to and like lately? Up to this day, we going back. Anyhow, you do your thing. Up to this day.
Up to this day, one of the
Besides
best,
the fast gun with the police.
one of the best videos I did up to this day. You see, I did so many that close to my heart, you know, that close to my heart. I would say it's the one where I literally had to send a message to myself. That's when the situation did happen, and I had to tell myself, keep going, because I did feel so quit when I tell you. Again, so much negativity coming at you, everybody telling you he's a rapist, this, that, and I was just feeling to shut it down, forget about everything, go back to being a normal person. And I had to understand that I have a purpose, and this here is just is like a hump in the road. You're going to pass it, you understand?
Right.
If you're driving a car and every time you see a hump, you're like, oh my god, my driving license did done, that is it, I had a license, cut stuff, everything. You can't be a driver. So I had to learn to talk myself out of my own negativity that's in my own mind. So that video, right, with me, I was done by the boardwalk, and I had to tell myself to keep going. That was one of my most powerful videos to me. It close to my heart, because at that point in time, when I tell you, it had no one there, no one. And every time I watch that video, this kind of take me back to where I was mentally. You understand? So that was one of my videos closest to my heart. Talking about my own fun.
But okay, as Jemel the entertainer, right? As you mentioned earlier on, really support come from family and so forth. Why it is you have to go to a place where it is you have to deal with situations by yourself and you have a strong background of family?
Well, you know, to be honest with you, sometimes the people, like, who is your friends, like just people who don't know you, right? They support you more than your own family. So perfect example, my family, my actual immediate family, has never purchased a t-shirt like how your mom went TeamViza. My mom didn't do that. When I asked my sister to buy a t-shirt from me, she was like, that shit, I don't wear that on my chest. That's the exact word she told me. And that, I mean, it sting, but I was just like, luckily for me, one thing I did, I work on my mentality a lot. Me personally, and I had to learn to take these jobs and understand, whereas you won't do it, there's somebody else who will, and instead of crying over you, I need to find them. That's the mentality that I went at everything with.
But you want to tell them, right? This is no way to discredit your sister and show opinion on the cases, right? But if this is a flawed TV, that TV with Jemel and a t-shirt, we all wear it.
No, thank you so
A whole
much.
episode, we all wear it.
Thank you so much.
And we made that episode so funny.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You understand what I'm saying? No.
appreciate that.
Jemel, are you single?
At this moment, no. And I have no shame in saying that. I mean, prior, I would kind of conceal, you know, like somebody are dating just because I'm in this line of work, boy, when I tell them when they find out.
Yeah, we know how this
You doesn't want them to know who's the main squeeze kind of thing. But as of now,
I shall learn that to oh, I shall learn that.
after being in this industry this long, boy, I used to think that honestly as an ugly man and big man thing. I used to think that is the worst thing. And being to the point where, females would come at you and you had to say no now. I start saying by Jemel, instead of being out here with this one, that one kind of vibe, right? Huh?
Cut that question.
Mm-hmm.
How much business you used to come out here?
How much? I mean, me no voice, me no have me no cast. You know what? Have three females in the comment section who go bully. Oh, she got child.
Let us come.
Yeah, as if people want to catch it, but it actually has somebody that are genuinely interested in and really looking forward to see where things can go. But she definitely like has my heart and is getting support. That's one of the biggest things this female, I would say, she win over like everybody else with. When it comes to anything I want to do, she like, Gems, I play with you. You understand? So yeah. Kawal, girl. That is most I can get.
As we on this page, right, relationship wise, right? Female relationship wise and Jemel team. Before you enter this relationship, go to see the video, right? What were the qualities that Jemel was looking for into her female?
To be honest with you, you see mental peace, like being my peace. That is a very big thing for me because I had to learn to protect my peace. But so many times these females would come and all I have to offer is a pretty face, nice hair, perky boobies and a big bottom. And I had to learn I had to learn to get over that. Like, yo, you see this thing called a table? Bring something else. And after learning about, okay, what my status is right now and what my mentality is right now, and if you're not in alignment with that, family, you need to go. It could be how big. You need to go. Yeah, you need to understand I on a purpose and a journey here and be a part of that, and I a part of yours, and God governing what it is we doing here. Because you can't forget Tina, but you understand what I'm saying? And that right there, if you're in alignment with that, then I'm very sorry. You need to go. And that is the mentality that I have right now. And this, when I tell you, as a man, this goes to all the fellas out here. When you wake up in the morning and you see this girl sending you a voice note praying for you, it just feels so motivated in the morning. Horse, I'm telling you, that is a different type of kind of love. And that is what all the fellas them need, boy. Not being left unseen. And she talking about, well, I was busy and all them surface level thing. Now let that go. Let that go.
Love her?
Huh?
Love her?
Yeah, I could definitely say I didn't need to try around that one too likely, but this girl, I love she bad. Bad.
Jemel, this $10,000 bed. We see with this $10,000 bed. Now why talking about that?
Well, the scene with this $10,000 bed is people didn't understand my journey leading up to the bed. Did you purchase that $10,000 bed? Yes, a whole tent. I walk in there, Unique, and I shout out to Unique.
$10,000 bed.
And I see it. I said my whole color scheme is all is white and black. Red and red. Yeah. Mine was grey and purple, and I see grey, and I say, see that day, and you won't believe I see it. And for once, I didn't have purchase anxiety. Where you're watching it and you're like, like that. I was just like, okay, I want that gimmick, and that felt good. I saw it, and people, I want to let you know what led up to that. Prior to me purchasing that bed for the $10,000, I invested 4 years of sleeping on the ground and on comfort. You understand? Because I was like, if I'm buying a bed, this bed needs it needs to represent who I am. It needs to be big, right? It needs to be big. And I wanted to just feel when I walk in that it have a certain presence towards it, you understand? Just like myself. So that was the reason for me actually making the purchase. And I was, when I tell you, I'm thanking God once again that I could have seen that thing, see the price and say, you know what, I want that as a person who, you know, didn't come from a rich background, anything like that. I want it.
But the got backlash for this bed. The same fans.
Yeah, the fans and them is like all of them inside they have an opinion. All that is wasting money. Oh, you should I invest it? Oh, you should I do this? But none of all they have a t-shirt to help me buy nothing. You know, so they're supporting them, but they always have an opinion. And that is my thing with them people and them. They always have an opinion, but when it comes down to, yo, I want to do this, could you lend me your support? Well, they have only bird boxes what it's called. Like, yeah, I have seen that what's going on right now in your life. Yeah, so I don't take it on. I let them talk.
You see people like a king though.
Yeah.
I see people on maybe 1500.
That is really feel good, boys. I start going for it.
Jemel, 5 years from now, where you see yourself?
But to be honest with you, within the whole industry that I in, I understand I coming out. I know that I wouldn't be as popular as today. I'll work towards it, but I know everybody has had a point in time where you don't get as much attention as you used to. So to be honest with you, I am putting things in place in terms of investments, traveling, building a studio, you know, these kind of things. I see you, man, you had the LED lights, you do that, I say I like that. What the jealous is, you like it, I know you like it.
They're only for FIFA.
Oh gosh, but I had that kind of vibe going on myself, and in the next 5 years, to be honest with you, I just want to be bringing up more Jemels. In the industry I'm in right now, honestly, it have 5 top men. Me, Crazy Legs, Rudy, Jemel Sampson. They're the most well-known ones, right? And sometimes I watch the climate and I watch what's going on. These men doesn't have nobody much in the videos, right? And with me, I just be like, even in the soca industry, I want to talk about that too. Why we haven't seen the next Bungie? Why we haven't seen the next Marshall? Why Jamaicans pelting out artists and athletes like Rain?
You won't believe, right? A question I wanted to ask you, put it into what I have lined up for you, right? Was like going to be like, what do you think about the quality of our soca music? I didn't even add it in.
Well, boy,
but that's really energy. Look, you bring it up.
Let me bring it up. Let me get them thing. That is why we're suffering right now in Trinidad in terms of having the next big name coming out of Trinidad and Tobago. We like to claim Nicki Minaj, and she really wasn't from down here like that. She went out there and became that. You understand? And the reason for that is because the support we have in Trinidad. Trinidadians don't support you till you reach the platform where they could be like, hey, Trinidad, you understand? Yeah. And that does come from, honestly, seeing somebody who have the potential, holding the hand and saying, come, I taking you on tour. I have the power to do that. You understand? And with me, with my little platform of only 146,000 people,
what?
146,000 followers on Facebook.
Little?
Oh gosh.
146,000
I know, I humble guys, I just always remain humble, you understand? With my little platform, I just be like, here, see, I will show you exactly what I do, but I want you to understand you have to learn to invest in yourself. So I have a training course and I will train you what I will do for the low price of 100 US, which is 700 TT. Now, you don't want to pay that, you know. You could easily go and fail for 7 years plus, you understand, to try and reach where I reach, but I still have the option. Everybody else, you cannot do that, you understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's the reason what's going on like in Trinidad right now, and I don't want to be here complaining about the problem. I want to offer a solution. So that's where at right now, where I see myself in the next 5 years, and that's why I'm investing in right now to help somebody on about. You're going to have to pay Facebook, you're going to get help. And nothing wrong with that.
You get any help. Well, do you consider yourself being an online social media celebrity?
To be honest with you, before I would have said no, but now I can say yes. And let me tell you the reason why.
No, I want to give a round of applause.
Yes.
No, I want to give it a for that.
Yes.
That is what happened right now.
I have to claim it, you know.
Yeah, claim it.
Big man thing, I used to just keep seeing myself as this normal person. Why normal? Nah. But when you understand that you could turn on your phone, go live, talk about somebody, and all of a sudden everybody's searching for that person, it has something powerful in that, you understand? I literally get myself in trouble multiple times going on live and talking about things, you know, shout out to Anna Low Price, I love you bad.
Yeah,
You know, I get myself in a whole bacchanal of me talking in my room about certain situations that going on in my life. I recently... What?
And I cut that check?
If he cut a check?
Yeah.
I mean, me and he had a partnership.
He cut that check?
I mean, I did an ad for the man.
Did he cut you that check?
Why you like bacchanal so much?
Yes, he cut that check?
Yes, I mean,
yeah.
He cut a check. He gave me that blind support what this do, you understand? And it had
money. When I saw it,
I
said, nah, and I cut that check. Jemel get the bag.
Yeah, but the bag came from unnecessary means of me talking about things I'm not supposed to talk about. You know, so within everything, boy, like, I just understand, you see when you have this here, this right here, right? You have power. It doesn't seem so, because you're just an average individual. But when you could turn on that, say something and have a ripple effect, you understand? You have to claim it what it is. And so that's why I just really see myself as a you know, celebrity, you can see. You know,
just yesterday before I posted that, with DJ Khaled, we was talking about that. He was saying plenty people have the outlet to be cool. And what to do with it? Nothing else.
Nothing at all.
Just go upon. What she now? Like she's looking so. What's for your She big, eh? Laughing, shit. And that the outlet would be great. Yeah, so I say, for example, Jemel Entertainer.
That is a perfect example.
Yeah, so I say, no, I wanna, as we on this road, right? I wanna speak about your starting, your come up. Did you have like this high-tech camera? Where started with?
I started with a low budget. That was how much megapixels? 10 megapixels.
Forget the camera I found in your mom days with ceramic, right?
Yeah.
Coming up. What did you start with? What phone did you start with? What device did you start with?
But this I tell you, it was absolutely nothing. I didn't have anything.
Yeah, so I was saying? And the whole thing is just start. They push the phone to that. It's just start. Yeah, so I was saying? Some people like to wait on resources.
Nah, that is stubborn. That is stubborn. Some of the greatest artists to ever be great, Justin Bieber, for example, he didn't have anything. He literally walked up to Usher in a parking lot and started singing. And I like hearing about these men's startup stories because it make me understand the mindset that they had. You understand? So,
as he mentioned, does he walk up to Usher in a parking lot? They start singing?
They start singing.
The whole idea is to just start.
That is
Actually feeding you that. Start. You know what I'm talking about? Just start. Don't wait.
You want to be a Trinidad artist?
Nah.
Okay, let me know. You just had that finish that one. You just had
I would expose you for me.
I know.
You want to speak about whatever? It's up to you.
Somebody just coming up.
Alright.
One side my daughter and one side for me.
Alright.
Time to come.
No problem, man. The help by the Lord and then
It's just a start because as my mom, she could my first ever practice interview was her.
You interview your mother?
The first.
And that's the way it is. Nobody knows.
I don't know what it is.
What in jail is
But
this?
it was so joyful.
Uh-huh.
Like, I keep it on my phone, so I'm already deleting it.
Oh, okay.
Well, someone said it's like my first practice something.
Yeah.
Yeah. You still right here, that's Johnson.
And it was realized.
And I interview her, like, wait the thing, because she's you're working on, right? I wish you opportunity to explain certain things, because I want to take away that before one. Can you tell TeamViza TV a little about yourself? Speak to the camera and Jemel everything.
Well, my name is Gina Wright. I win the TIPCO Award for Best Ice Cream on the Barangara Promenade, November the 27th. My sister late, Violet Wright Huggins, deceased, she was my assistant. My ice cream flavor I came out with was pineapple pomsite. It was exotic. You know, I love making ice cream, still make ice cream, I take orders.
You got to taste it and fail.
Well,
yes.
First I pumped it, I didn't know that as
What
well.
happened, my mom, deceased, Melanie Wright, may her soul rest in peace. She started off selling by the junior sex school and I used to assist her. And she passed away and I continue selling. So I make a lot of things with my hand. I gifted with my hands. God bless my hands.
That's my mother.
I mean, really didn't know you could do that with ice cream pops and that. You really didn't know, you know?
This lady making breadfruit, mango, sauce, whatever you want. What is that good? Take care of
Well, I'm a coconut and pineapple syrup.
Alright,
Big up the coconut and pineapple.
And I want to say something. The councillor, Brianna Fortune John, she having a fun day for children tomorrow, 2 p.m. at Garden Jewels, Point 14. So take all the children, go and have a treat, snow cone, ice cream, bouncy castle, a little everything. That's full love in the house.
Nice, man.
And TeamViza TV, you know we fully in us. We have yourself spiritually, you have a relationship with God.
Yes, definitely.
How important it is that general life, people should be connected to the Most High God.
But I would understand everybody needs to have a foundation, you understand? And with me, now I grew up in church to a point in terms of like from age 18 to about 25. right? But the teachings that I got in terms of like sometimes understanding when you go into trials and tribulation, the world have it in this way where they think that, you know, all this perfection happened by just so. And I believe like there's a lie that I tell you, it had to have somebody more bright than we. Look how bright we is, we could watch something like the moon in the sky and say, yo, let me build something to reach that night, understand? So it has somebody to always give us that inspiration. So with me understanding that it have to have a God, because I sure as hell know it have a devil. Just watch a Lil Nas video. You're going to see what I'm talking about here, right?
That's what Lil Nas.
Lil Nas, the one who be sliding down the pole and all they know what I'm talking about. All they know what I'm talking about is go and watch the video and see what I'm talking about, right? I know it have a God, but even plenty times in my life where I didn't know where to turn, what to do, and somehow, some way, it is always have this I would say this being that when I sometimes I have my eyes pray before I sleep and always before I wake, even in the situation that I am. When I do that, it is have an entity, a force answering my prayers, boy. So I sure it have a God, because even some of the things that I see going on in society right now, right? That it's like it leaning you away from me. You understand? Like, why them telling me a man can get pregnant? Why them doing like we never wasn't designed so as a man I never get pregnant in my own life. But having a force leading us to the far left is where we just call it, you understand? And that the far left is away from God, where we know from since we established as a society, as a race, as a human race, you understand? So with me understanding all these things, it has somebody pushing a certain agenda, right? I say, boy, let me start watching so. So me personally, in anything I going through, even with this whole entertainment, this kind of thing, when I lock off on it, I just going fully back to God. Me personally, that's just who I am as a person. But I can't forget it.
Jemel, you're bigger. You can talk. I thought I could talk. But Jemel, you can talk.
I have a lot of us.
If given opportunity to be the commissioner of police for 1 year in Trinidad, people, what difference would Jemel make?
To be honest with you, I get me out of this so fast, because as a person I understand sometimes the problem is be at the head now, boy. You understand what I'm saying here? The people who's be causing the little petty crime, you know, the robberies, these things, it is have certain things put in society where, like, let me just use rape. If I's a girl and I get raped and the person who raped me pay a bill, that don't come to me. Family is me who takes strain. It's me, this man was on top. Why all you had to get money? You understand what I'm saying? It have a lot of things in society where it's structured in a certain way. But I'm wondering why? Why when you rape somebody, you could easily pay some money and come back out and do the same thing again? Why? You understand? So with me, I would start at the head and come straight down by me personally. And that's why I know the weather taking me out, you know, because I going after them. You
ever tried being like a councillor for your district, really?
No, but you see things, a lot of things with leaderships, like the...
Yeah, but you're a superhero already, so
I know, it's just like with me, I'm just trying to reach like, the person, but when they see you go, or like when they see you're attached to a certain organization or anything, you lost that freedom. So that's why I not cooperate, to be honest with you. When you go and you be a part of any organization, they literally hand in your money or a pay or a position, and anything you do that sometimes standing up for a certain, you know, you're being righteous, we bust your throat. You can't say certain things, you put a muzzle on you until you hush your mouth, you're getting paid. So with me, I'm not that type of individual. Don't put no muzzle on me, you understand? And that's be the problem, so that's the reason why. But I would definitely, if I was a commissioner, I'd go in after the heads on them. That's what I'm going after.
What was it?
The heads on them is the people who can bring change, the people who could hold a same thing in your hand, hold a pen, write something, and boom. You understand? You see how fast they got to put a diaper on the face? One pen stroke, boom, boom, boom. Alright, boom, that's on your face. If you don't do that, so, and everybody start wearing it. That's the problem. And I read the 40 laws of power. I don't know if I know, I don't read that thing, you know.
By Robert too?
I know the man there. I
just
read that book. You see, you know the thing. Read that book and you will understand why society is structured, how it's structured. If you, let me borrow this pen card, what I know. If people could control it with this, you see this here, when they could control it with this bad boy, you in a very, very dark place, and so many are we. You know, all of them missing is a full coat. You understand? And some grass is going meh, meh, meh. There's someone missing. You understand? So then read that book, and your mind will get unlocked to why society structure.
No, but see, that's it by Robert Greene. Is a book. I read it already too. Any questions for Jemel as we get?
conversation at the time. Yeah.
Speak up. Yeah. No, speak
When I
up.
was doing the forex trading.
Oh, that thing, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I apologize.
Rob, yeah.
No, you just talk.
I just
concentrate on
I was
about it,
promoting, but the damn thing I tell you, you see this here loss that going, trying to have no shame. You see this here loss? Forex. Forex.
Yeah. We put this.
Online, man, an online shopper, you know. But that forex thing, God Lord have mercy.
Because when the forex
There's
was
a fan of Django.
Yes, I all day. Man, an animal. Man, an animal.
when the forex was going on.
Eh.
So I normally see videos on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jemel into this money.
Mhm.
See, alright, I will get that try because most of the things will be like scam.
Yeah.
So I said, alright, I did get up, but we did talk.
Yeah.
And thought, right? So in that time I was in the army.
Yeah.
I talked to you about the phone and stuff, and I said, well, X, Y, Z, so forth. And I was like, get back already, get that try. But then I ain't seeing nothing with it again.
Yeah.
After that conversation, so I was
Who
like,
going on is the
Yeah,
foreign
it's scammy, man.
No.
Foreign exchange market like
Yeah,
that.
scammy, man.
Like
No,
a
you
abusive.
No. Yes,
It had no scam involved.
It had
I'm
no
telling
scam.
you, the forex market is like an abusive husband would just buy a nice cars and jewelry. It'll treat you good one time, and then 1 minute is one hard slap and knock out 5 of your teeth. That is the foreign exchange market in a nutshell. 1 week it's going good, everything nice, and unless you have discipline and knowing exactly what you're doing, that thing will humble you, boy. And that's the reason why I was like, hey, see, as much as I like it, you would earn. I am a comedian and I stayed in my lane. And I ain't understand. I just know to stay in my lane.
Stay in the lane.
Stay in my lane.
Jemel, do you have a role model?
Role model. I would say definitely God and successful businessmen. Boy. Like people doesn't understand that like sometimes like rich people or people who are successful in general, if you walk up to them and you ask them money, they scorn you to do a
Facts.
walk up to them and I challenge all they to do is
Idea.
walk up to any successful person and ask them a secret that led to the success. They will always give you.
Yeah.
They will always give you. See, advice, you know, it's something that it does be kind of. It's just that it's be thrown off guard because when
Don't tell them you want 5,000.
yeah, don't tell them that.
No.
Don't tell them that.
Right.
Ask them a question that led to them having the first level of success and things. So any person who I see have a level of success in this life, I just always approach them. And even if I get rejected, even if that kind of cause, it doesn't matter. I want to know what gets you to that point where you are today, and it is always involved taking a risk. It is always involved taking a risk. Yeah.
Jemel, daily content. How do you come up with daily content?
And to be honest, we're living in Trinidad, you know.
Is that really
We
Always
living in
have
Trinidad,
something.
it always has something happening.
Always have
I swear sometimes I just be like, yo, this really just happened. You know, so it has been easy because with me, I just always sit into a comedic lens. So it's just me to sit down with a pen and a paper and write out what my brain telling me about that while I'm watching. And boom, content. It really be easy living in Trinidad.
What's that?
Jemel, I want to say, the sky's the limit.
Yes, it
and don't
is.
limit yourself. And as they say, friends lead you, but they don't bring you
They
back.
don't bring you
know?
back.
And my prayer for you today is all what you wish yourself.
Mhm.
I hope you get it and many more.
Many
May
more.
God richly bless you. You're welcome to TeamViza.
Thank you so much.
Building, you don't need an invitation.
Thank you so much. After I remember the ice cream, you're going to be seeing me. Just listen to Pebble. Listen to Pebble on the window. Miguel! Popsy Tay!
That's the last one.
Oh, okay. I
Very
hope
first, very
you
first.
never break it. Them peppers in there kind of big now.
That's
Yeah.
So, when they feel,
Yeah.
listen is carefully, right? And this goes for everybody who here.
Mhm.
When they feel, I Roy, Visa Boy,
Yeah.
or TeamViza, horse, is real G. Are you real G?
Yes. That's how
My
it
name
is.
is Gina.
Look at
That's
that.
a real G name.
Gina.
This is what I'm saying. This is a lady who taught me everything I know.
Mhm.
The game about life, how to deal with certain situations,
Mm.
how to accept certain things, how to neglect certain things.
Mm.
This is the real G. Look at that. I tell you.
Yeah, man.
This is the real G.
I glad you got those lessons.
That's
Because
right.
with me, I grew up
Yeah.
with one parent, but my mom was kind of gunta. So like, one time I was in church and I was like, Mom, I'm having these urges as a young guy. Having this urge. My mom was like, boy, go and jack now. I was like, hey, hold up, wait, what? She was like, yeah, go and jack. I was like,
Well,
I'm telling you.
No.
I was shocked.
tell that?
She tell me that I watching, she like, I couldn't pray. I go and pray. I have been in church room and just say, go and do that, you know. She was that time, so it's very cool that your mom could impart so much knowledge onto you.
Yeah, I love my mom. But
Yeah.
what message will Jemel send a young aspiring content maker creator on social media?
What message would I send a young person coming up? Know why you're getting into this. That's the first thing, because a lot of people they just really do it for the likes. I hear Chronic sing about that. They just really do it for the likes. Me coming into this, I literally was always like, yo, I want me to be able to have purpose and impact people's life when I come into this. And up to this day, I still have that goal. So understand your purpose coming into this. Because if you're coming for money, people will pick up on that and your career will be over in a matter of time, right? My biggest advice to you is that to always add value to people's life or anybody who you're impacting, because whether you're doing horrible content like just literally pissing people off, pranks, all these set of things, right? You have to know what aura and energy you're putting out there. People can feel that through the camera. So understand your purpose for coming into this and understand your end goal, because a lot of successful people, that's the next trait that they have. They will understand, okay, I'm doing this, but here is why I want to reach. So Elon Musk, because study that guy, because
He's a gangster.
yeah,
He's a gangster.
when you're coming up with something, he does be like, yo, what humanity going through right now, and how I can help them in the long run with that, and listening how that man, I understand why he's successful, you understand?
Yeah.
So that would be the advice that I have to give to you as an early content creator. Understand what you're coming in here to do, how to execute it, and who life you're going to impact.
We should end there already, right? As an online comedian, right? No, this is the last person I'm going to ask you before I go into the.
Yeah.
Right. If you was the individual seated where Will Smith was seated for the Emmys, and Chris Rock made a joke, put it into you and the lady that you have in your life right now, what would Jemel have done?
To be honest with you, in that scenario, I would have laughed it off. Me personally, because you had to understand the industry. Now, these men, like, you just take it, and I understand that, right? You just take it, and ham to me too, right? One mind, and I go and tell all you.
No. I come with you. Quiet.
Okay. Well, you just take it, and sometimes that one person is the one that brings the camels back in your life, and you act out upon it. So, in his situation, like, you know, with me, I just watch a lot of red pill content. You would hear men talking about it, we taking so much, and hearing that joke, it probably pushed him over the edge, you understand? But me personally, in that scenario, I would not have done anything like that. I would have just laughed it off, me personally. I would have just laughed
One
it
thing,
off.
right? Are you a fan of international actors, comedians, like, well, as I say, Will Smith, Chris Rock?
Yeah, I am. In terms of, you see, in everybody's story, and that's the next thing I want, you know, everybody's story, there's a lesson that you could learn without having to live through that trauma or anything that they went through, that struggle. You understand? So listening plenty times at what these people went through, understanding that Jim Carrey, he used to literally live in a truck. The guy that acted in Transformers, he was just he and his dad used to play clowns, like actual literal clowns. I forgot his the young one, the one who's acting the first set of Transformers, the funny one, right? He and his dad was actually like real life clowns. And to understand that is where these fellas them come from, and look how far they make it in life now, boy, you understand? And everybody have that struggle, and a lot of times when we experience anything uncomfortable, we first frame our mind is to quit. You understand? So when you hear about what these people that went through, even Steve Harvey, these guys, right? The mindset that they had, you would understand that, hey, what you're going through right now is just a part of your testimony, and keep going. So that is why I love listening to them. Keep going. I learned so much from them, understand the level of success
Jemel,
that they reach.
if given an opportunity to work with a comedian celebrity, who would it be and why?
Who would it be?
And why?
It would definitely be, I would say Jim Carrey, boy. Something about that guy, like even watching all the movies, like the every character he played have it, like from the mask comes straight up. It had his own flavor, you know. When you hear him actually speak, he just be talking about so many of these vast things, like any mentality. Like people don't see him as crazy, you understand? Because he outlook on a lot of things. And just somebody like him that went through it all, and he actually is really an educated guy. I would love to actually work with somebody like him and learn. It actually was Larry Joseph, but you know, crazy me. You know, I took the opportunity. I went up to him and I asked him to work with him, and I told him about what I'm going through right now in terms of back then I had 100,000, and he looked at me and he said, how much your 100,000 does earn here? And he was more on the money side, and you're watching this. Yeah, you're watching this guy, you know, he on stage and he acting as a little boy, and all I wanted from him was a word of encouragement, and yeah, I'll take you in any more way, you understand? Because I had the same potential as him. But how he dealt with me, it literally felt like he crushed my dreams, because you know, he told me go do a skit and send it to me, and you know, I would think about it. It just felt like, you know what, use a small fry. It just felt like that with somebody that you look up to so much, and it kind of break me. But I was like, hey, listen, Jemel, you could be the Larry Joseph of now. You understand? I don't need his gratification. I was like, whereas his thing might be on the stage, how much people would wear a t-shirt with his face on it? You understand? And I started understanding, whereas he has his legacy, I has mine. I have mine, and I had to work towards that, and that's what I did.
Well, we on TeamViza TV, we like to address certain things. So, go ahead, tell them just my message.
Well, you know, no animosity, you doing your thing, I doing mine, but I'm still here, still relevant, still doing my thing, and you know, I love you just as much if you happen to see this, but you know, by all means, love in the house, man. I do my thing.
TeamViza love it too, so don't feel no way. Just love to address certain situations.
Yeah.
No, Jemel. Elephant been in the room since they came in here from earlier on tonight. Yeah. For those who will catch the elephant slang, you know, and I know what you're talking about. Why the internet seems to keep fighting Jemel?
Why the internet seems to keep fighting me down?
Okay. I can be real here, right?
Yeah.
Cred.
Oh, damn! You see, that was not even a thought in my mind.
No, I want to see how late I reach to speak about it. Because I can't speak about it since in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But comment close, but you know, it's from the room, so.
Well, boy, to be honest with you, see, when people see you going places or they see that, you know, you're still relevant in a certain field, these kind of things, it always does have. If you have yin, you have yang. If you have black, you have white. You understand? And one thing I learned is that they say if you don't have enemies, then you're literally not doing nothing. You understand? It's just like they say if you're a Christian and the devil not attacking you, be worried. I mean, you know, because I do reflect and I start learning these things. So understanding that it have, you know, people in the back scenes, and big man thing, it had a lot of times that happened to me. He's just on the open. It had people in the scenes in the back. Even like sometimes I go into corporate meetings and they say, well, Mr. Cummins, we hear so about you. You understand what I'm saying? It have a lot of fight down, and I just understand, but here the real scene. You can do two things. You can give in to negativity and allow that to really hold you down. When you do that, you give them power over you, or you can keep pushing, right? And let it eat your dust. And that is what all you had to do. All I had to eat my dust, Raz. I didn't want to catch up ice cream, everything.
What ice cream?
And I buy an ice cream from she and give it to her. I said, this is all I dessert. To go with all that dust all eaten. Yeah.
What's it now? Where's stem from? Where's it come from? What caused this?
Well,
because, as I say, we've been monetizing you doing the thing years now. He been doing the thing years now. Is that other influencers who do the thing years now, right?
Yeah.
But everybody seems to be attacking Jemel.
Yeah. Well,
why?
I is the underdog. That is one, right? In terms, like I said, with the corporate and things like that. That is one. And two, a lot of these people I used to work with in some form of fashion, right? And it would have like a fallout or a slight envy, just these little rifts, and it's like a cancer, right? It's like a cancer, and people just hold on to that and allow it to grow. So with me and him, especially the street cred guy, we actually used to do videos together. He broke off and do his own thing, even with Jovan, which is
Listen, you started street cred?
No, he worked with me on one of the biggest projects. We had a video we did together, the name Redman, that hit 1 million views plus, right? But he was always doing his own thing, them kind of thing. But we started to work together on a few. But just so it had this, you know, just this riff, just so break out and do your own thing. You know, this kind of always had this little internal riff. With me, I don't have like cuss outs with people or whatever the case is, but they would have a problem with me, not address the problem really, break off, do their own thing, and you know, that way would sense the animosity kind of vibe kind of thing. So you even have a page right now that have dust on it called Footprints, right? You could go and see that. Ben Fellas is the ball one that used to work with me. named Jovan, right? And he used to work with me. He eventually bust off doing his own thing, and right now he on TikTok doing like it's him alone.
Yeah.
But you know, it doesn't have this outward thing like how I said.
This video that you posted recently on social media where you was like on the streets or wherever, and like somebody recorded you, and like they sent it for the opposite individual, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that happened to me multiple
That seemed to be piss you off, like.
Yes, it did, because the first time it happened, honestly, that's during after the lockdown, the first one. But I was just like, yo, I had two choices here. I could jump one on thief, I could rob people, or I could pick up that water cooler out of the corner there and go and sell water, and I did. And that was very hard for me to do, boy. And I did it, and within like after I finished the day, I didn't sell out, right, or anything. Actually failed that day. But from the time I reached home, you saw he posting, I heard about a popular entertainer with a water cooler by Marble Roundabout, and that right there, it bothered me because I wasn't thieving, I wasn't thinking, so why make me feel like I'm doing something wrong by trying? So that second time now, as a person, like I said, I was motivating myself, I was filling myself with things that, yo, you could become better than it was yesterday, and I listen these motivational quotes and they say, yo, you have 24 hours in a day. What you doing to get your dreams them faster now? And I was like, yo, I just run Facebook as like I could be out there with a sign. And I did that. I spent my money, went out there with the sign, and to know in my ears, all I listen is positivity. And I with the sign, and somebody call my phone and tell me in my ears, what you doing by the bypass begging? And when they use that word, I didn't know where it stemmed from, and when they tell me, I saw that on the street cred page, you with a sign stand up, why you begging? Or actually that, or I don't know what text or anything, but you see that spirit or that energy you're bringing into me, I get pissing mad, and I had to go and speak my truth.
You won't believe, when I actually came on to TeamViza, right? I was to have a conversation with you put into the same situation before, because it's an interview. You know it when I come up. Right? When you are saying that, I don't want to ask you about it over the phone because I realize you're that in connect with negativity. In the ears now. I say, you know what? I prefer you rich and later if you go smooth and then we speak about it after. If you want to. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is not a problem. It's just with me, I just work so hard to protect my peace, but it just happens in my everyday life that anytime people bring that into me when I'm trying so hard to keep my spirits up, and I'm doing all this on my own with the help of some damn videos, and you just calling my phone, it's making me feel like I should have you not having access to me, and I understand why people just have certain people in place before you can reach the artists. You understand? Because these people are too easy access.
Sure.
Don't have people with negativity easily accessing you. Like the next thing I can teach you. Don't have that. Don't have that.
Alright, Jemel. Well, 3 more questions. See, I would like to ask before we close off. I want to keep it here till 4 or 5 in the morning.
I took on the chicken bag.
Right. It's a nice food here for you too. Like that. Then yo. Go black. The ads that you're doing for business, right? How does it benefit you as an individual?
Alright, so with me in the market right now, either you go, when I tell you real big or kind of $10,000-$15,000 with them big boys and them, or with me I just provide the same value for a fraction that the customer could afford. I just literally ask these people and then, how much do you have, or this is what I can produce for that? Because Trini people have this notion that all it is one the big boy thing and the small boy price. And all you have to understand the money you're coming with have to match the ad, you understand? So with me, honestly, like I say, I'm doing well in terms of like, I have everything that I need and want in this life. Everything else is just an upgrade, you understand? So with me helping a business owner, that small person with a card, and saying you'll come at $1,000, and I build your ad that will make that back and more. Just try and give as much value. But when you're telling me you have a business for 4 or 5 years and you don't have $1,000, man, I'm very sorry, you know, you might have to
So you're on TeamViza here, you know, you're helping business grow up or something.
Well, hopefully, by all means, you know, by all means.
Let me not see.
By all means, but I offer just to help and save. That's the main thing.
Next question I want to ask you. The relationship with you and Natara Fresh.
Natara Fresh, yeah.
How that come about? How does...
I actually contacted her because that, by believe it or not, is one powerful woman. Now, I've been in this industry a long while, but when I logged on TikTok, I Like literally, there's a lot of song job. This girl had the power, and you hear the word I using power to sit down in she house, say something. People just take the song jobs and repeat what she just say. You understand? So with that alone, I understand and I embrace her. Like, Tara, like you could be doing this and that, and I embrace her and I pull her on the ads and stuff, and it comes. That's the same thing. Where I see a woman with power, and instead of just leaving, she just says, "Girl, come, let me do some things." You understand? So that's how that partnership come about. I contacted her. Yeah.
I was share my culture.
Well, boy, hopefully we could get on to she because
But she bought a no cover.
that just the thing. Well, boy, you're signing up for it. I don't know where you're signing up for, you know. Then dating a red man, you have to know where you're signing up for. You have to know where you're signing up for. I just said that I have one that almost take me out, man.
Your girlfriend already.
Your granny is the
No, your girlfriend already.
No, she already right now, no. She not ready.
You don't like red man?
I had nothing against them, but big man thing that has some accolades underneath the belt for destroying men. You understand? No, big man thing. If you, and there's a man who work on the mentality, if you don't have the mentality to just watch that figure, watch his skin color and say, give that behavior exhibiting, I not having it at go on. You will kneel over backwards, you will do anything. You understand?
Right.
And I beyond that boy, so you know. I don't need.
Alright. Last question before we go. Last question. Any questions that you want to ask Jemel before you close off? Any questions you like to ask him? The opportunity to will give you to ask any question you choose to ask. You can ask him here. Any person.
You must sing the Jeopardy anthem.
Jemel, I would like to know what's their height.
My height is 6'5".
Still have to listen. That's it.
Yeah, you know, I'm a big tall guy, right?
How's the camera there?
Yes, 6'5" guys. You know, I'm working on it. Don't worry yourself. 3 months in the gym. Big pecs. But I'm a height, 6'5". Can't fit through my doorway, by the way.
True.
Yeah, but I hit man, I must be Jesus walking through the door, you know. I come in through with a sexy bounce and the doorway catch me same time I bounce in. I hear bashing, wang, 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 wang. And I start to see the room going black and blue. I say, oh God, Jesus, I'm coming. You know, I hit my head real hard. I respect that doorway.
Any questions? I'll tell you. Any words of encouragement for Jemel, before we close off?
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Some are laughing, some are videos.
That is something I like to do. I would like us to just stand and hold on for a moment.
Jemel can't turn on the camera.
Yeah, I told her, I told her.
This is something I like to do. You know, this come like a chain and link.
Yeah.
And we keep this link.
Yeah.
If TeamViza going wrong, you pull up on us.
No problem.
We see a problem with you, we each one teach one.
Yeah.
Alright, so love in the house, Jemel, you're welcome here at any given time as we say.
Yeah.
So go with God.
I surely
He's
will.
in charge.
I surely will.
I don't know why, listen, I don't know why this energy here right now, I don't know why I just feel the thing I love you.
Oh.
No problem.
I just don't know why.
Many appreciate
I just don't know why. The energy that's wrong.
Honestly.
Right, so, Jemel,
Yeah.
it was a nice pleasure having you on TeamViza TV.
Nice being here, man.
Interview series, season 5, episode 11. Before we close off, let us close on a positive note. So, this is the opportunity, TeamViza will give it, look into the camera. To close off on a positive note.
No problem, man. Where's my gift?
Do you think the time to shine?
Okay, so to you who watching right now, you have a dream, you have a goal, you have something in your life that needs to be doing. But you see this thing called procrastination and fear, it is a spirit at the enemy. And I want you to know you have to get rid of it. Nothing in life is perfect. I know people who is millionaires, guys, that have millions of dollars in the bank and they still have problems. They still have things of going through in life. So you sit down right now where you have is time, health, and energy and God. And that is enough to make your dreams come true. I want you to know that oftentimes we have, oh gosh, me I have a camera, me I have a phone, me I have this, me I have that, and you're fighting on your own self. You understand what I'm saying? You need to stop that. Go on YouTube. We have right now, we live in the best time to be a human being where information is easily accessible. You literally have to type it in a box called Google and you can learn it. You have no excuse right now why you can't be successful. So stop this stupidness. Pick up yourself, start using your time to invest in yourself, your mentality, and you're going to start to see a change in your life. Take it from a guy with no subjects. If you're in front of maths book right now, are still fully done. But put me in front of business. Tell me, go Jemel, go and advertise that with a camera and earn just as much as a junior doctor. Big man, fat nanny thing. So keep going, keep doing you, and you're going and make it. God bless you, you who watching.
Yes, a $10,000 bill.
Yes, I'm a message man.
Right, guys, we have come to our close. Social media, online,
Yeah.
content creator, Jemel entertainer, Passion TeamViza TV.
Nice.
It's a pleasure.
Follow me, all ya. Follow me.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you know what I mean? Co-host, Red Boss, Visa. Now, the videos for the episode, go subscribe to our YouTube channel at TeamViza TV and follow us on Instagram at TeamViza_TV if it is like this. Now we're gonna do the extra with the video.
We're going to pick up all this. We're going to pick up.
One done. One done, kill him.
Only faith
You'll
of
make
black.
it stronger.
Go make us stronger. Faith of black anything, man. Faith of black.